if our active site monitoring clients are looking for detecting drug dealing, carjacking, thefts, break-ins, and burglaries. Well, we simply utilize this function to look for, for instance, like a break-in, right? If you have a camera outside the entryway of a home, or a HOA complex, whatnot, well, it would take at least one person 30 seconds to commit that sort of illicit activity. Hence, we just pay attention to the pre-filtered events for tracked human loitering and not all the events where people are coming in and out of the apartment complex. Hence, we are cutting down events from thousands and tens of thousands in very busy active site monitoring situations to just tens of events where people are loitering, and then being able to talk down and let those people know to get off the property. So for instance, this is a common example that we showcase. In this case, we also have the automatic lights as a means of deterrence, where if this deterrence is triggered automatically, it'll trigger lights, sirens, or an audio clip to play back on the speaker. And we can customize this for detecting unique people of, like I mentioned, from 1 to 10 subjects. That's oftentimes like gangs, drug dealings, where it involves, at least 2 people. And it makes it incredibly efficient to then focus in on what matters most. As we often get thousands of alerts across different cameras, the pre-filtering of specifically loitering detection has been immensely valuable to our active site monitoring operations. And our clients have appreciated the fact that we can narrow down these events without having to put in expensive cameras, without having to buy additional hardware. We just simply utilize the power of the cloud to make our cameras a whole lot smarter and deliver additional add-ons to our clients, providing additional value. Finally, in addition to empowering our operators and in-house monitoring staff to effectively pay attention to all the locations and all the incidences and the entire workflows, we can also empower our end clients to use this as their primary surveillance application. After we extend all the existing video security hardware, which we do so without any network configuration. And for instance, a lot of the cameras in this queue are different brand cameras behind different architectures. A lot of them are off-grid, which we especially appreciate the ability to avoid network configuration as we're working off 4G SIM cards and limited to DHCP. In some cases, we don't even have a static IP or an IP address at all. So the fact that we can avoid all the network configuration has been extremely instrumental in streamlining the extension of any brand video security hardware directly to the cloud, whilst associating flexible cloud storage subscriptions, empowering our clients to be able to go back a week, a month, a day, etc. Besides that, we group the cameras and partition different sets of cameras to different stakeholders. So when we onboard our various commercial clients, anywhere from SMBs to enterprise, they have different requirements and be able to associate different sets of cameras to different types of stakeholders. Hence, like a regional manager will have access to their, 5 locations and their set of permissions they need to have access to. And then a guard will have access to a single site and more limited permissions. We can control whether they can view, whether they can share clips, cameras, time lapses, control the PTZ, update the camera settings, save clips, and much more. So hopefully this is a sufficient explanation and recap of our cloud technology and our monitoring efforts to get eyes on all our various properties, be informed of what matters most, which in passive site monitoring, like these construction sites, we just care about trespassing by humans or vehicles. And that further cuts down alerts and only shows us the 5% that matters, hence empowering fewer operators with managing more number of security cameras. And in the case of loitering detection, helping to manage the highly potential illicit activities by reverse engineering how long they usually take place. And again, only showing our operators the potentially dangerous illicit activities that typically involve people loitering